What are you doing in my swamp?
Hello everybody, this is Ogreboy, and I'm going to be doing my review for the 1994 movie Airheads. So this movie follows a band of loser magicians, Chaz, Rex, and Pip, played by Brendan Fraser, Steve Buscemi, and Adam Sandler, and they are down on their luck, can't get a record label to notice them. They've played in bars and stuff, and Chaz has even gone to a couple of record companies and stuff trying to give his demo to a music manager and stuff, and he gets kicked out all the time when he does. And one day after going to visit and stuff, he gets home and he's just screwing around, laying around the house and stuff. His girlfriend comes home and she breaks up with him because she's the one always working and stuff, and she wants to live the rock star life with him and stuff, but he's not getting anywhere. So she kicks him out, and he goes with Rex and Pip to this radio station to try to get them to play their demo on the radio. And they get in this quirky situation, and Rex brings out this toy gun that it's like a water gun that looks like a real gun, and they start holding them hostage and stuff, and you get the movie escalates quickly into this hostage situation comedy where these guys are holding them hostage, and they're kind of starting to become friends with one of the radio DJs and stuff, and everything. As the movie goes on, you find out there's some shady stuff going on up there, and they get themselves into all kinds of quirky situations, and they have a whole bunch of police standing off waiting for them outside the radio station, and a bunch of rock fans and stuff are out there waiting too, because they're supporting them, and they're like, if they're that passionate about their music, they must be good and stuff. And it escalates quickly and crazy. But I gotta say, I think this movie is a lot of fun. I really have always enjoyed this movie. It's one that I used to watch all the time as a teenager and stuff. When I was a teenager, I went through this really big phase where I was like really into Adam Sandler's movies, and this is one of the ones I used to watch all the time back then, and I still enjoy it just as much as I did back then. It's just excellent, and plus you get Brendan Fraser and Steve Buscemi, who I'm also a really big fan of, both of them in this movie as well, and that just makes it even better. But I gotta say, Adam Sandler and Steve Buscemi still the show, especially in the scene when Rex is showing Pip how to trying to show him how to be scary and stuff, and Pip is not scary at all because he's like this little sweet little innocent dude and everything. Adam Sandler is just perfect at playing and stuff. This little shy guy it's too nice to be scary and intimidating. It's just absolutely hilarious, and everything. It just, that scene cracks me up. But most of the really funny stuff that happens in this movie involves Pip. Like, Adam Sandler is just really funny in this movie. Like, there's a scene when he's trying to leave the building, and there's this cop that's moving the same way he is, and every time he tries to make a move, the cop moves a little bit closer, and he runs back to the door and starts banging on the door saying, "Guys, let me back in," and he's really scared and everything. It's just absolutely hilarious scene. And Steve Buscemi is really funny too, acting all tough and everything with this toy gun and everything, and you know that it's a toy gun because it's shown earlier in the movie before they go to the radio station and everything. So him acting all tough and running in his mouth, it just is absolutely hilarious and everything. There are a few cringy moments and stuff in here that haven't really aged well. Like, there's a part where Pip is talking to this black lady, and the way he's talking to her and stuff, it's just kind of really cringy and everything. Like, yeah, that really hasn't aged very well. But really, aside from that, this movie is still really funny and everything, and it has a lot of really great supporting characters and cameos and stuff from other big names. You got Joe Mantegna from Criminal Minds in here. He plays the DJ, Ian the Shark. He's really good in here. He's actually really likable and gets along with the three main guys really well. And then you got Michael McKean as Milo Jackson, the owner of the radio station. He's not a very likable character, but Michael McKean does a good job playing him, which back in the 90s he was known for playing these kind of characters that aren't necessarily villains. They're just kind of sleazy characters that aren't very likable, but he's good in it. And then you got Ernie Hudson playing Sergeant O'Malley, the main cop at the standoff. He's really good. And then you got Judd Nelson is the record producer that Chaz visits at the beginning of the movie, that ends up coming to the radio station to try to make a deal with them to stop the hostage situation. Alan Covert is in here, one of Adam Sandler's good buddies. If you're a fan of Adam Sandler, you probably know who he is. He has a small role in here. Chris Farley plays a cop in this movie, and he's good and everything. Like I love Chris Farley, but I felt like they really underused him and everything. He didn't really add much to the story. It was fun seeing him and stuff, but he kind of just felt like he was wasted in this. But all of the main cast are good, and Rob Zombie and has a small cameo in here, and White Zombie appears in here. The Galactic Cowboys also appear in here, and you'll even get a voice cameo of Beavis and Butthead as radio callers at the station. So I thought that was kind of funny too. Like this has a really legit cast and everything. And Harold Ramis is even in here as a character that's trying to get them to come out and everything. He's really good. But there's a lot of really good cameos and stuff, and it's just really entertaining casts and everything. All of them work really good together, and the story's really well paced, and the movie's only 92 minutes, so it doesn't overstay its welcome. It goes by pretty quickly and stuff. It is kind of silly though. There's like a lot of stuff about this movie is really predictable. Like, you know how a lot of things are gonna turn out and everything, and then you get the unrealistic ending where they still get their record contract, but it's also somewhat realistic because they do go to prison and everything. But they should have probably gotten more than just a few months prison time and stuff. They probably should have been banned from not being able to make music at all. But yeah, I think that it also was kind of like one of those things where like people doing crazy stuff to become celebrities. I think that's what the theme of the movie was. Like, you see that in real life, people that have no business being celebrities becoming celebrities because of crazy stuff they do, like people that have been on Dr. Phil and stuff. But it's just a fun movie. I think my biggest complaint with this is there is a subplot in this movie with Michael Richards' character Doug. It's really dumb and everything. He's like crawling through the vents of the building and stuff. It's pretty much meant to be referencing Die Hard and stuff, and it doesn't really go anywhere. And if you took it out of the movie, it wouldn't have really added anything to it. It just was him being there to be silly and funny, and it is kind of funny, but it gets old after a while. Everything. He's this guy he's the one that calls the police and gets the entire thing going on because he's freaking out, thinking that he's in real danger and everything, which we all know those kind of people that have met somebody that's like that would take the situation way too seriously and stuff. And I guess I could be like that if I thought my life was in that big of danger, but I really don't think that I would if it was these people, because they really aren't even that scary. But yeah, and David Arquette also has a small role in here, and he's pretty good in the little bit he's in here too. But All in all, I really enjoy this movie. I think it's a lot of fun, and with a really great cast, especially Adam Sandler. He's just absolutely hilarious and steals the show in this movie, but it wouldn't work if it weren't for all three of the main leads. Brendan Fraser and Steve Buscemi are great in here too, and just a really, really fun movie. And this is mostly Brendan Fraser's movie, but the other two help make it as good as it is. So I'd say I'd give Airheads a 7.5 out of 10. I definitely would recommend it if you haven't seen it, especially if you're a fan of Brendan Fraser, Steve Buscemi, and Adam Sandler, or at least a fan of one of each of them, because it is worth seeing for all three of them, because they're all really good in here and everything. It's just a really, really fun, underrated movie. It didn't do very good when it came out in 1994 and everything, but it's I think it has its fan base, but it's one that's really been slept on and stuff, so I definitely recommend it. But let me know in the comments what you think of the movie Airheads, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and have a good day, everybody.